1. Standard operating procedures launched to eradicate child beggary in Chandigarh. GS Paper 2. Issues relating to development and management of social sector, human resources. Why is it in news recently? To eradicate child beggary from the city, the administration and the Chandigarh Commission of Protection of Child Rights conducted a workshop at Snehalaya. The findings of the survey conducted by CCPC are revealed that over 1,224 child beggars were found in the city in 2015. Out of these, 793 were boys and the remaining 431 were girls. During the survey, it was also highlighted that the majority of child beggars were in the age group of 6 to 14 years. Measures taken by government to eradicate child beggary. The Child Rights Panel launched a booklet on the standard operating procedures to ensure effective rehabilitation of the rescued children. It explained the purview of different departments and steps to be followed after the rescue of a child. A case file, like a rescue report, needs to be maintained for each child. The standard operating procedures will be reviewed after 15 days. Government is creating public awareness campaign against the use of religion for beggary. A Facebook page called Making Chandigarh Child Beggary Free was also launched for stronger public support. Laws against child beggary in India. Child beggary is not only a direct attack on the right of the child but also a direct attack on country being labelled as a developing nation. The Bombay Prevention of Begging Act, 195-2, has criminalized begging and has made provisions that are relevant to children between the age group of 0-18. Under this act, a child is a boy who is below the age of 16 and a girl who is below the age of 18 years of age, and people found guilty under this law is deemed to be punished for the minimum time period of 1 year and a maximum time gap of 3 years in beggar's home. This act also stands against those who exploit the children to beg for alms for the similar time period in prison. Conclusion. Child beggary in India not just halting the country's progress towards the development, but it also is acting as a parameter to determine the poverty, illiteracy and underdevelopment level of the nation. Thus, child beggary is still a burning problem in India, and we must combat the evil which is spreading its wings day by day. Pandit Nehru had once said that children are the future of the nation and the future is at stake. We need to eradicate the social evil of child beggary and put up those laws and regulation who would prove to be fruitful for the future of our children and for our nation. 2. New policy for intellectual property rights may power R&D, national growth. GS Paper 3, Intellectual Property Rights. Why is it in news recently? Finance Minister released India's National Intellectual Property Rights (IPR) policy recently. The policy, which is in compliance with WTO's World Trade Organization Agreement on TRIPS, trade-related aspects of IPRs, aims to sustain entrepreneurship and boost Prime Minister Narendra Modi's pet scheme Make in India. The announcement of the new IPR policy has been a much sought-after reform considering the unfavorable regulatory environment prevalent in the country. The new policy is expected to encourage the IPR regime, making it more efficient. Key features of the new intellectual property policy. The policy aims to push IPRs as a marketable financial asset, promote innovation and entrepreneurship, while protecting public interest. The plan will be reviewed every 5 years in consultation with stakeholders. In order to have strong and effective IPR laws, steps would be taken, including review of existing IP laws, to update and improve them or to remove anomalies and inconsistencies. The policy is entirely compliant with the WTO's agreement on TRIPS. Special thrust on awareness generation and effective enforcement of IPRs, besides encouragement of IP commercialization through various incentives. It suggests making the Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion, DIPP, the nodal agency for all IPR issues. Copyrights-related issues will also come under DIP's ambit from that of the Human Resource Development, HRD, Ministry. Trademark offices have been modernized, and the aim is to reduce the time taken for examination and registration to just 1 month by 2017. Films, music, industrial drawings will be all covered by copyright. The policy also seeks to facilitate domestic IPR filings for the entire value chain from IPR generation to commercialization. It aims to promote research and development through tax benefits. Proposal to create an effective loan guarantee scheme to encourage startups. The IPR policy favored the government considering financial support for a limited period on sale and export of products based on IPRs generated from public-funded research.